Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Today is day 5 of my Come Grow Spiritually with Me series. If you're new here, my name is Pamela of Unimend, and I have been on a spiritual journey for a while. But about 2 years ago, I did a full surrender, and spirituality has become a primary focus in my life. Recently, I've been called to expand my practices and grow and further my spiritual journey. And so I have been doing that by learning about crystals and tarot cards. And I am documenting this process and sharing it all with you in hopes of encouraging you to come along and learn with me. So again, I'm not an expert. I am just sharing with you my process as I learn about tarot and crystals. On a bit of a side note, I'm coming to you from the safety of my bed today. I experienced a spiritual attack last night, and so today is a day of rest and recovery, so I am taking care of me. So I'm coming to you from my safe place, which is my bed. I'm wrapped in my beautiful shawl, my favorite shawl. I have my weighted blanket here. I have my sage going. I have my moon water, which I'm drinking today to keep me as hydrated as possible. And I'm going to be doing my practices from here. So my energy is off today. I'm exhausted. I feel like I actually was in a physical fight last night. And so here we are. But I'm still wanting to do my practices, and I'm still wanting to learn, so I'm going to document the journey. So let's get into what we're working with today. All right, today, because I need some grounding and protection, we are working with the Smoky Quartz. And it's also the full blood moon and lunar eclipse tomorrow. And so that's probably why I was open to a spiritual attack last night, as I am deeply connected and impacted by the moon's energy and cycles. Okay, so getting back to the Smoky Quartz, it's this beautiful, as you can see, like kind of transparent. It's got flecks of black and gold in it. So it is known as a grounding stone. It connects strongly to the root chakra and helps us to feel stable, protected, and present, which is exactly what I need today. It's especially helpful with releasing negative energy, fear, and emotional blockages. It's great for helping to protect your energy field from heaviness or stress, and it helps you stay grounded during transformation and change. So a spiritual attack normally comes and happens right before you step into this transformation. So it's normally like the last sign of a transformation process that's happening. So all completely appropriate for what I personally need today. So ways that you can work with the Smoky Quartz. You can carry it with you when you're feeling anxious and shattered. I know last night during my spiritual attack, I held on to this like it was my anchor, like it was the only thing that was keeping me at times feeling like I was still connected into this present physical realm and keeping me from being sucked in and taken away over there. Anyways, it's great to help meditate. You can place it by your feet, which is the lower part of your body, if you're not aware, is connected to your root chakra. The base of your spine is the home of your root chakra, but the lower part of your body is all-encompassing and part of the root chakra. So you can place it at any part from your root chakra down to your toes, and it will help to strengthen your grounding. And people use it in rituals to release old patterns and energies that you no longer want to carry forward with you. So today, I am going to take a deep breath in and out. And while holding on to my crystal, I'm going to say, I release what no longer serves me. I am grounded, safe, and supported by the earth. So one more time. I release what no longer serves me. I am grounded, safe, and supported by the earth. So that is my little segment on the Smoky Quartz. Trust me that I will be holding on to this several times today and reminding myself that I'm grounded, safe, and supported by the earth, and asking for guidance and help and support in releasing what no longer serves me. So, and that's all perfectly aligned with what this full moon lunar eclipse is asking us to do. So that is how I'm going to work with it today. Later today, when I do my Reiki self-healing, I'm also going to place it probably at my feet to help see if that supports and strengthens the cleansing process during Reiki. All right, moving on to our tarot portion today. Source, we're going to pull one card. What do we need to know most today? Thank you for being here. Thank you for providing some guidance through the cards. And so one card, what do I need to know today? And I am going to shuffle until you spit a card out. Having troubles today shuffling. So one card, please, Source. I guess I'm getting 3 cards today. So we have the Hierophant. Oh, looking at this card again, I see somebody in authority, confident, like a leader, because they have people, there's 2 people here looking down, or down below looking up at. I feel like there's a connection to the divine source. There's some keys down in the bottom here. I'm noticing there's a lot of the color red, gold. So yeah, so I think this card is about regalness, authority, leadership. Those are the words that are coming to my mind. Okay, and then we also have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords looks carefree, actually. He does look carefree free to me. I notice there's some clouds in the like in the background, but the sky is also clear. There's also some birds in the background. He seems to be like standing on top of a hill. He seems carefree. I don't know. Those are my impressions. And we have the Knight of Swords. So again, the Knight of Swords to me is speaking of like authority, of confidence, of power. Again, wearing a crown. Yeah. So I'm going to pause this and do my research portion and come back and tell you how I think it applies in my life today. Okay. So the Hierophant is about spiritual wisdom, tradition, and learning from higher knowledge. So it can represent a teacher, a mentor, or reminding us to turn to spiritual practices for guidance. So as I said, today I'm feeling pretty vulnerable, and I'm definitely seeking some spiritual guidance. So then moving along, the second card that came out was the Page of Swords, and it's all about, the Page of Swords is essentially a curious student, eager to learn and ask questions and to explore, and it's the energy of discovery. So, but it's also a reminder to slow down and not rush into things without clarity. So that is the traditional meaning. And we move on to the King of Swords, which is about, represents wisdom, clarity, truth, and mastery of the mind, because again, the swords is all about our thoughts and our mind. The King of Swords is the one who balances intellect with integrity and showing us how to use knowledge responsibly. Okay, so what does this mean for me? So starting with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is representing spiritual wisdom, higher learning, and tradition. So this feels like for me that it's confirmation that I'm stepping into my role both as a student and a teacher. So by documenting my journey and sharing it with you all, I'm learning openly, and I'm also holding space for other people through my practice. It may also be a reminder that I'm supported by a greater spiritual order and that I don't have to figure this all out alone. I know last night in the midst of my spiritual attack, I had the wherewithal and the ability to allow myself to be vulnerable, which is extremely hard for me. And I was able to reach out to somebody who I look up to as a spiritual mentor and share what I was going through and seek some guidance. So again, the card is confirming for me that I don't have to do this alone, and that yesterday was actually a big step for me to be able to be in the place that I was in and to reach out and make myself vulnerable and ask for help from somebody that I consider a mentor. So this is essentially a reminder that there are mentors available to me, and that I don't have to do this alone. Moving on to the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is about being a curious learner, like being eager, questioning, soaking up knowledge. It fits perfectly with where I'm at, and also with this series where we're exploring tarot and crystals, and we're trying to do it like openly and honestly, or I'm trying to do it openly and honestly, and I'm encouraging you to come along with me. It may also be nudging me and my curiosity towards journaling, researching, and exploration without rushing or putting pressure on myself to know it all. So yeah, it's about staying curious, asking the right questions, and not being afraid to learn out loud and make mistakes, because this stage is all about exploration. Okay, moving along to the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is about clarity, mastery of the mind, and speaking with integrity. So this may mean that my journey is moving towards having me grow into somebody that can speak with clarity and authority. So essentially blending in, that curious student and my spiritual wisdom through both of the other two cards that popped up. And that by moving through this process, I will come into a place where I will be able to speak from a place of clarity and authority and help other people along their spiritual journeys as well, which I would welcome. It may also be reflecting like my existing gifts. So like with my background in social work and my trauma-informed wisdom. So together the combination with what I'm learning spiritually and my professional practices from my previous lifetime, as I like to refer to it, because I've essentially stepped out of that social work career aspect, and I'm moving more towards holistic practicing. But together combined, they help me. They will help me and give me the ability and strength to guide others with honesty and compassion in their own trauma recovery and spiritual journeys. So the message I think that's coming from the King of Swords is that I'm learning, but I'm also ready to guide on a certain level. And that if I continue to speak with clarity and truth and trust that the words I use hold power, then I'm exactly where I should be, and that sharing my experience and expressing what I've learned and am learning and what I bring to the table from my previous lifetime, so to speak, will help other people in guiding them along their own journeys and tapping into their own spirituality and their own healing abilities. So to sum it up, the Hierophant is telling me that I'm connected to higher power and that I have spiritual teachers and mentors available to me. The Page of Swords is reminding me to stay curious, keep learning, and to allow myself to be the student. And the King of Swords is telling me that at the same time, I already carry wisdom and that I need to continue to step into my voice and share my truth with integrity. So, together, I think the message is that I am being reminded that I am both student and teacher, and that I need to continue to stay curious, but at the same time, not to underestimate the wisdom that I already carry. And to remind me that I am being guided to deepen my spiritual learning while also stepping into a role as a clear and compassionate voice for others. So that's it for my tarot section for today. Okay, so in closing today, we discussed how to work with the Smoky Quartz, which again is about helping us to release what no longer serves us and also to help us feel grounded, safe, and supported. And then we worked with tarot. The tarot cards that we worked with today were the Hierophant, the Page of Swords, and the King of Swords, together reminding us that growth is both about being the student and the teacher, and that we're always learning while stepping into wisdom, and that we always have spiritual guidance available to us, whether it's from the divine or whether it's through people, mentors that we come across in our life. So, for the engagement portion of today, the following questions. Do you work with Smoky Quartz? And if so, how do you use it in your practice? Or how have you used it and what did you feel the benefit was? As I said last night, I really felt like it was helping to try to keep me anchored into like this present realm and reminding me that despite the fact that I was in the fight of my life on the spiritual realm, physically having that stone in my hand was helping me to feel like I was somewhat grounded and supported. So I do appreciate that. Do any of the three cards that we worked with, the Hierophant, the Page of Swords, or the King of Swords, do they mean anything to you when you see them or pull them in tarot cards? And lastly, where in your life are you being called to stay curious and step into wisdom? So I'm sharing with you where that is for me. It's really about growing and expanding my spirituality and this ascension and this awakening that I'm on. And right now, I'm being called to learn through crystals and tarot. So I would love to hear where you are. And I thank each and every one of you for watching. I encourage you to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you back tomorrow for day 6. And hopefully today I'm spending the day recovering. So hopefully I'll come back and I will have a little bit more of my usual energy that I have. Today I just don't have it. Today is about recovery because last night was pretty intense. So thank you all for being here, and I wish you a very blessed day, my friends. Namaste.